Year's Eve celebrations are a time for joy, reflection, and togetherness. But in the early hours of Wednesday morning, Bourbon Street in New Orleans, a place known for its vibrant energy and iconic celebrations, was shattered by an unthinkable act of violence. At least 15 people were killed, and dozens more were injured when a pickup truck plowed into a crowd of revelers. Now, what should have been a moment of happiness and new beginnings became a devastating tragedy. The attack occurred less than a mile from the planned Sugar Bowl game, a hallmark of New Year's festivities in New Orleans. For safety, the game was postponed for 24 hours, a decision that was made by the event's organizers in light of the devastating events. Investigators quickly identified the suspect as a 42-year-old Texas man and an Army veteran. The FBI has confirmed that the suspect was killed during a firefight with responding officers, ending the immediate threat, but leaving many questions unanswered. Inside the suspect's vehicle, agents found an ISIS flag, sparking an investigation into potential links with terrorist organizations. Officials also revealed that the suspect had recorded a series of chilling videos in the days leading up to the attack, where he expressed allegiance to ISIS. In these recordings, the suspect stated that he had indeed joined ISIS, fueling concerns about the reach of extremist ideologies and their ability to inspire lone wolf attacks on American soil. Experts suggest that this incident highlights the persistent threat of radicalized individuals within our borders. Authorities are now working to determine whether the suspect acted alone or was in communication with terrorist networks. The attack has left an incredible scar on the community of New Orleans. A city that has weathered countless storms and challenges now mourns the lives lost in what the FBI has labeled an act of terrorism. As the city grieves, vigils are being held to honor the victims, and ordinary people who were out celebrating life were tragically taken too soon. This senseless act of violence is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that can sometimes overshadow our brightest moments. But it's also a call to action, a plea for unity, vigilance, and resilience. To the people of New Orleans and those who are impacted by this tragedy, our hearts are with you. In the face of terror, we must come together to reaffirm our commitment to peace, compassion, and the enduring spirit of humanity. Together, we honor the lives lost and vow to stand against hatred. In memory of the victims, we stand with New Orleans. Now, I want to talk a little bit about processing trauma and protecting our mental health. And in the wake of such a devastating event, it's crucial to take steps to process the trauma and protect our mental health, both individually and collectively. So here are some actionable ways to begin healing. First off, we have to acknowledge our emotions. It's normal to feel sadness, anger, fear, even numbness after such a tragic event. So allow yourself to feel those emotions without judgment. Talking about it, sharing your thoughts and feelings with trusted friends, family members, or a counselor, or those here on my community on YouTube. Talking about this can help relieve the burden of processing grief and shock alone. Attend vigils or community events. Coming together as a community can provide a sense of solidarity and collective healing. Honoring the victims as a group reminds us that we are not alone. And something most importantly to me in these times is limiting our exposure to distressing media. Now, while staying informed is important, constant exposure to traumatic images or news can be overwhelming. Take breaks from social media and news coverage. And above all else, practicing self-care is so important right now. And engaging in activities that help you relax and recharge, whether it's meditation, exercise, or spending time with loved ones, self-care is essential during difficult times. And if you're really struggling, please seek professional support. If this event feels too overwhelming, reach out to a therapist or counselor. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI, offer resources and support for those who are in need. And really, above all else, support the victims and their families. Donate to verified funds or organizations assisting those affected. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can provide comfort and remind us of our shared humanity. Also, in these times of trouble, it's really good to lean on your faith or spiritual practices. And for those who find solace in faith or spirituality, prayer or meditation can be a powerful way to process grief and find inner peace. I know I look for that myself. And always be an advocate for change. You can use your voice to support policies or initiatives that prioritize community safety and mental health resources. By taking these steps, this is how we can honor the memory of those we've lost, support each other in times of grief, and work towards creating a safer and more compassionate world. Together, we stand resilient, and together, we heal. I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support today's program, please click the links in the description of the show notes of today's episode. And if you like this video, check out this one right here, or this one right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps with the algorithm. On that note, I'm Collier Landry. I'll see y'all on the next one. Good girl, Marisol. Good girl.